Hi everyone. So, sorry about the delay on this, but I was waiting for some information regarding Achieve and what's going on with it. And I had some conversations with the head of the writing program, which is Dr. Henshaw, and also the campus liaison about what's going on with Achieve. And I also talked to a tech support manager over at Achieve. And the basic word is about 90% of everybody, 99% of everybody. Dr. Henshaw was very optimistic, I think, when she said 99% of everybody has access to Achieve, that's tried to get Achieve. And I think she thinks it's kind of an outlier where we only have, right now, as of this moment, 6 people in our class who've been able to gain access to Achieve. So that has to change. She also told me that I cannot get rid of Achieve, so I can't just delete the program. And the reason for that's pretty obvious. I mean, you need it for your books, you need it for doing various assignments, and it's just the way it is. And so while you guys hate going through the process of trying to get Achieve established on your computers, it's what we have to do. Okay, so, and whatever, that's just the way it is. So the couple things that they were telling me to make sure that you guys are doing, there are really only two things that, one, make sure that you're always accessing Achieve only through Canvas. So you click on the link to Achieve and, you click on one of the links. So right here, I'm going to show you right here. You click on like the Achieve orientation quiz, then you come over here and you click on Achieve orientation quiz again, and it takes you right in over here to where it shows you, the Achieve orientation quiz plus. So that's what I see as a teacher. It takes you straight in. They're trying to get me to emphasize that to you guys, and I know I talked about that in class, so that's really important. And then, interesting error code, all right. And then the next thing they wanted me to make sure to tell you guys is when you originally established your Achieve accounts, make sure that you're only using your FAU student email account. Don't use anything else. Now, that's what they're saying. Now, I'm pretty sure that sounds normal to you guys. I mean, it's a school-related thing. So because it's a school-related thing, the only thing you're going to use is your school email. So anyway, the first one I know I told you guys to make sure you do anyways, only click into Achieve through Canvas. And the next thing is to make sure that you set up your email account, not your email account, your Canvas account, only using, not Canvas account, your Achieve account, only using, your student email. And that makes sense. I mean, whenever I do anything that's school related, I only use my, my student account. When I do anything that is personal related, then I use my personal email account. And I'm sure you guys are the same way. So those are the only two things that seem to be working right now. But, so those are the big things. The big thing, let's see. Here's the Achieve progress. Code errors prevented many students from initially accessing Achieve. The majority of students are not able to access Achieve, and they should be receiving replacement code soon if you used a free trial or grace period. So there's that. Confirm. They want me to confirm again. See here, this is confirm that all of your students are signing up for the free trial using the FAU email and a secure web browser. So make sure you're on campus and you're using Chrome, or at home and you've got a really good internet service provider. And then replace any Achieve assignment links. Okay, that doesn't apply to you guys. And so here's the big one. All sections of ENC 1101, ENC 1102, and ENC 1939 must use Achieve this semester. Must is the key thing. So those are the things that I wanted to point out to you. And I get it. It's kind of rough. You want to be able to maybe possibly use your own thing. Anyway, enough achieved. Keep going through customer support. They're the ones who can help you with this. All right. So let's talk about the next stuff. So the next stuff, come over here, is that we have the assignment that we were going to turn in on Friday. We're now going to do on Wednesday. Okay. So I've already switched the dates and everything like that in the calendar. You can come over here, you click on the link, takes you straight into it, tells you how you have to do the assignment. Okay, so there's that. It gives you everything you need to know. And please go through and start doing that assignment. The next thing has to do with is the actual essay 1 thing. I wanted you guys today, this is where you have to do your discussion post, okay? So be prepared. So for the discussion post today, I want you guys to first read the 3 things. Julia Serrano's Why Nice Guys Finish Last. And then I want you to read Archie Bongiovanni and Tristan Jimmer's A Quick and Easy Guide to They Them Pronouns, and Elizabeth Losh and Jonathan Alexander's Writing Identities. Those are 3 different things that I would like you to read. And it's very simple. Now, the assignment that you have to do is for Wednesday is where you're going to do the short writing assignment, which is 2 to 3 paragraphs, where you're talking about points that you found interesting from Julia Serrano's piece. What I would like you to discuss today is is 2 paragraphs. I want you to write 1 paragraph that has an interesting point being made in the essay, A Quick and Easy Guide to They Them Pronouns. And then the second paragraph to be 1 point that you found interesting from the essay Writing Identities. You can find the links to these by going just straight to Canvas. I have them on the Canvas homepage in the prompt that I just wrote for Essay 1. So now the Essay 1 prompt is posted. I'll be providing more details as we go. So you'll just click right here on the link and it'll take you to files where it'll have the essays that you have to read regarding the Quick and Easy Guide to They Them Pronouns. It's very easy to read. You shouldn't have problems with it. And then the next one is the essay that goes to Writing Identities. And so this one is also really easy to read. You shouldn't have a hard time with it. It's a little bit more complex than the writing, the other one, by Bongiovanni and Jimmer. So please read both of these. You need to write a paragraph about both, okay? And I also want you to then respond to your peer. But this time, when you're responding to your peer, I want you to offer 3 things. So, for 3 pieces of advice, okay? So the first thing. You have to tell your peer 2 things for both paragraphs, okay? You have to say, okay, this is something I found that was really cool about your first paragraph, and then also in the first paragraph, then you would say, but this is something I think you should work on for your first paragraph. And then you repeat that for the second paragraph. So that's step number 1. Step number 2, when you are writing your response, is say, hey, point out in the writing process if what they're saying makes sense clearly. Okay? And that's really important. And the reason being is sometimes people either write too little, okay, or they write way too much, okay? And so we don't want either in academic writing. We don't want tiny little paragraphs, and we don't want gigantic, monstrous paragraphs. We want kind of in between. And in class, we went over that, when we were discussing how to write a paragraph. And so if you remember, the hamburger paragraph, the sandwich paragraph, where you have an introductory claim, context and background, evidence, analysis, implications, and concluding claim. This is what every single paragraph should happen. Now, here's the thing. What if the person you're reading doesn't include a quote? That's fine. They can summarize, okay? But what they need to do if they're summarizing from, the Bon Giovanni and Jimmer's piece or from Losh and Alexander, is that they also need to include an in-text citation. So they need to include what page number was there, okay? So if you're looking over here at this paragraph thing, you can see, this is the one I want right here. Right here where it says direct evidence, you don't have to have a quotation in this thing. All you have to do is say, the point. But you do have to give a little background piece. And so this is where you introduce the text, you give your topic sentence, your introductory claim, and then you give the background piece. And I found this claim in the short essay written by Losh and Alexander about blah, 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 blah. And then the next thing is that you need to have your direct analysis, and then you need to include the in-text citation right after you finish that sentence. And then you have to have an analysis where you explain what that means. And then you have to have the implication sentence that goes back in and informs the reader what this piece of evidence means to your topic sentence. And then you have to have your transition. And the third thing that I want you to write about, so you have to, the two pieces, where you give a positive and a negative comment for both paragraphs. Then you have to write, are they writing clearly? And then the last thing you have to write in this is what they can do to improve their writing. But instead of just stating it, I want you to ask it in question form. So ask a question about something that you think, about something you're confused about, that you think will help them, you're the person you're reviewing, write their paragraphs better. All right. So remember, when you are writing a response to someone in a discussion post, you do not ever want to just say, I agree. Oh, that's wonderful. You sound so smart. You don't want to do that. That's not the point of what we're doing here, because agreement is not helpful. What is helpful is helping someone with the writing process. Because what if you disagree? What if you think they're wrong? And that's fine. This way you don't have to worry about right and wrong. This way all you're focusing then on is the writing process. And that is the whole point of doing peer review, and that is the point of doing the discussion posts, where you're helping your peer improve their writing through a sound analysis of the writing process. Okay? So listen to the video again, go back and see what I said for each one of the things I want you to follow through, because I'm going to grade you on your 2 responses to 2 of your classmates, the content of your responses to your classmates and how you wrote them, and then next I'm going to grade you on the paragraphs that you actually wrote. All right? Fantastic. Thank you so much for listening. Keep working on Achieve. I don't want you to panic. It'll all work out in the end. Thanks so much for watching this video. You folks have a very